do. Well, hello everybody and welcome to Sunningdale Golf Club. It's day one of the iconic Sunningdale Foursomes. What a treat we have for you here as well. Now on Friday we're going to be bringing you both semi-finals and the final live, but we thought we'd pop up actually on day one because it's so local for us. It is literally just down the road. Now since 1934 the Sunningdale Foursomes has really marked the start of the golfing season in Europe, not just in the UK but in Europe as well. And we've had a lot of on-course action already. You can see just behind me there is the clubhouse, the famous clubhouse of Sunningdale. A few people enjoying a few drinks as well, having a good time after the day's play maybe. Just over here as well, to my left, your right, as you're looking at it on the camera, that is the 18th there. We're having a number of groups still actually coming down as well, not too far away. We might even get to see a little bit of action here at 18 during this broadcast too. What we will do though is give you a little rundown of the state of play and how things currently look on day one of the Sunningdale Foursomes. Just to remind you, this is match play, so it's straight and knockout. Lose today, you go home. We will be left with, well, we've got 4 teams, haven't we, on Friday that we'll be broadcasting live, and the final as well. So I'm just going to let you look at the, we're going to pop actually the leaderboard up onto the screen. Line, if you could just bring that up onto the screen. We're going to focus on the upper bracket. A total of 128 pairs in total. No more are allowed than that. So let's have a little look at how things have gone so far today. In the upper half, Adam Yates and Alice Webb, they won this morning. They went out at 8:30, but Alex Kephart, Nicholas Smith, 1 up. Alex Clapton down 2 good. They lost at the 19th to a playoff. Michael Bolzo and Richard Fish. Ian Atom, Tom Hawkins, 4 and 3 winners over Incy Mehmet, Rob Lee. Then at the 8:54 tee time, Jimmy Ruth and Paul Hendrickson, 4 and 3 victory over Brendan McKenna and Eleanor Gibbons. Then the 9:02, Katie Raw and Will Hobbs winning 4 and 3 over Keris Davis and Max Coleman, Ben Holden and Roger Chapman. Sorry, apologies there. Roger Chapman, 3 and 1 victors over Sam Little and Zach Little. Oliver Dawes and Sophie Dawes losing out to Ben Amor and Toby Hunt. Then we have Alison Nichols, MBE, and Andrew Jones. They are 4 and 3 winners over Johnny Calder and Nicola Taylor. John Robson and Sean Mills, 5 and 4 win over Jack Francis and Oliver Chesterman. And Harvey Byes and John Goff, 4 and 3 winners over Chris Barron and Megan Henry. John Goff, of course, the current 2021 English Amateur Champion, and just literally the other day, also now the 2022 Spanish International Amateur Champion. Congratulations to John. Who knows, we might be catching up with him again on Friday. So David Everill and Freddie McCarver, 4 and 3 victors over Jamie Benton and Mark Davis. Daniel Rosevear and Ollie Tanton, 4 and 3 victors over Anthony Lawrence and Thomas Lawrence. Adam Walker and Chris Hansen, 2 players we know very well from the 2020 Pro Tour. They're out, unfortunately. Lost 1 up by Adam Frayne and David Griffiths. Daniel Field and Lee Dixon. They lost actually at the second playoff hole to Gary Lenigan and Nick Gammon. James Ablett and Maria Tully, 2 and 1 victors over Hannah Holden from National Club Golfer, and our good friend Nick Marsh as well. Jacob Davis and Oliver Brown, 4 and 3 winners over Bill Longmere and Paul Chase Gardiner. Jack Bigham and Sam Bairstow went to a playoff and they beat Jamie Dick and Michael Bollins. So congratulations to Jamie Bigham and Sam Bairstow, both the England boys there. Congratulations also goes to Gareth Davis and Robert Harris, 1 up victors over Michael O'Connor and Narendra Yanyon. Andrew Richardson and Stephen Watt, 6 and 5 victors over Mark Hilton and Tony Hilton, and Billy McKenzie and Scott Gregory, 5 and 3 victors over Andrew George and Emily Slater. Darren Timms and Nathan Kimsey, 3 and 2 victors over Keely Chiarato and Thomas Muchmore, and 4 and 3 victors for Robert Nicholas and Sarah Smith over Callum Strachan and Daniel Taplin. Now that's not all, of course. Dylan Shaw Radford and Josh Morton, 1 up victors over Anna Dawson and Will Enifer, of course, player we know very well here. A few other scores coming in as well. There's still a lot going on. Of course, Richard Lees, Warren Bennett playing Greg McElroy and Mark Dunkoff still out on the course. But Lawrence Allen and Reece Stewart, 4 and 3 victors over Philip Sutton and Robert Sutton. And Jonathan Brewer and Rory Brown, 5 and 4 victors over the Matthew Southgate of European Tour fame and Taylor Carter. That rounds out the upper half. Remember, there is a lower half. The tournament's been played over both the old and new courses. So if you move into the lower half, Brown and Rob Girk 3-1 victors over Michael Maxwell and Paul Sedgwick. Leighton Hardwick and William Harmston 2-up victors over our good friend of ours Daniel Gaunt and Luke Titchener. Aaron Edwards-Hill and Jack Dyer 2-1 victors over Max Smith and Taylor Paul. Brian Doney and Matt Sandercock beat 3-2 victors over James Burridge and James Holroyd. Lily May Humphreys and Will Percival 5-3 victors over Jamie Little and Philip Golding. That's important. Lily May Humphreys and Will Percival, of course, the victors in 2020. They are the defending champions. Last year, sadly, the tournament was cancelled due to COVID. Right, moving on. Freddie Dortmans and Warren Jacklin 2-1 victors over Fraser McLeod and Hannah Morrison. Liam McDougall and Oliver Ross 2-1 victors also, this time over George Carroll and India Clyburn. Andrew Bowe and Andrew Howarth 2-1 victors over Russell Christie and Thomas Thurlow. Edward Richardson and Tom Sherrod 4-3 victors over Jessica Adams and Morgan Kennedy. Laurie Owen and Phil Dormer 2-1 victors over John Kemp and Mark Wharton. Lewis Atkinson and Richard Wallace took it to a playoff, won it at the very first playoff hole against Dominic Burns and Josh Smith. Ellie Monk and Sam Hessian 2-1 victors over Sam Boys and Tracy Bowles. Bobby Leopold and David Corbin again to a playoff, won it at the first hole. Mark Latsky and Thomas Anderson been defeated there. Mark Smith and Matthew Nixon 5-4 victors over Glenn Portelli and James Jankowski. 4-2 victory for Gary Salt and George Goddard over Michael Blackburn and Tom Ettridge. Liam Phipps and Patrick Ruffers 7-5 victory over James Wood and Neil Keogh. Ben Kerr and Jake Plum 3-2 victors over Anna Birdseye and Alfie Fariski. Lottie Wode and Rachel Gawley, saw them a little bit early actually. Great win for them, 6-5 over John Kennedy and Millie Anderson. James Rewbotham and Rob Watson had to go to a playoff against Darren Coughlin and Jonathan O'Driscoll, but they won it at the first. Ian Dudman and Joe Townsend, 3-2 victors over Anthony Ottaway and Jeremy Robinson. Adam Gee and James Heath, 3-2 victors over James Rees and Monty Scousgill. Elliot Bradley and Leah Richel Midgley, 1-up victors over Alison Perkins and Nev Davis. A 6-5 victory for George Ackerman and Tom Shadbolt over Hannah Davis and Samuel Price. Edward Barry Walsh and Edward Innes Kerr, 5-4 victors over Sam Smitherton and Simon Peaford. And finally, of the scores in so far, Max French and Richard Eddington have beaten Graham Clark and James Busby 4-3. So thanks for bearing with us there. Quite a lot going on, as you can hear, as you can imagine as well. Let's just pan the camera actually down. We're going to have a little look down 18. I think we might. Do we have a couple of players coming up very soon? If we do, we will watch a little bit of the action. But just to keep you up to speed, don't forget, live this Friday, you will be able to watch the semi-finals and final of the iconic Sunningdale Foursomes with us live at Golf Now. Now, there is a link in the body of this broadcast. Best place to watch it is our YouTube channel, Live Sport Now. Give it a click. Make sure you hit subscribe. You can watch the Sunningdale Foursomes semi-finals and final live and free in HD on Live Sport Now. Make sure you click it. And if you want to find out more about Sunningdale Golf Club as well, there's also a link in the body of this broadcast to the Sunningdale Golf website. So do go give it a click, find out all the information. You can access the leaderboard that way as well. When you go to the homepage of the Sunningdale Golf Club, there's a tournament tab. Click that, hit Foursomes, and just scroll down, and you will be able to catch up with all of the action on the leaderboard as it happens. But don't forget, live this Friday, we will be walking the course with the players. Both semi-finals and the final will be broadcast live for your viewing pleasure. So I've got a few players coming up, 18 now. Just keep you up to speed with what's happening tonight as well. We have a podcast out tonight as well, the Progress Junior Golf episode 6. I think we have a little image we can probably bring up and show you on the screen. You can watch that wherever you're watching this now. You can watch that tonight. We have a very special guest, England Golf Award nominee and the man behind the hugely successful Blackwell Grange Junior Academy. Aaron Cox will be with us tonight, talking about what golf clubs can do at junior level to really raise the level. So we're hoping we're actually going to get to see a little bit of golf in action. We're going to stay live, stick around for a little bit longer because, hey, we can, and why on earth wouldn't we? It is a glorious day today, although it is cold. Quite a bit of wind here at Sunningdale. Remember, the tournament is being played across both courses, the new and old. And do comment below as well. Don't forget to get your comments in below. If you've got a question about the Sunningdale Foursomes, you want to know a little bit more, we want to hear from you. This is going to be your show. So still a lot of golf left to play out there. We're not going to bring you all of it. We are really just here to sort of catch up with things. In fact, we've got players walking back. I don't think we're going to be able to catch anybody coming up 18. There's nobody at the tee box, and it looks like a group has finished up here. Let's go see if we can poke in a word with somebody, shall we? Nobody's on the tee box, Leon, so we should be okay. Let's just go over, see if anybody wants to have a quick chat with us. This is what you're going to get on Friday as well, a little taste of the action. Of course, we're going to be walking the course with everybody, seeing how things are going. You're going to see all of the shots as well as they happen in the semi-finals and final as well. We've got the practice green over here. We might actually be able to grab a couple of words with one or two of the players on the practice green. In fact, let's go do that. Let's head straight over. Go see if anybody's willing to have a little chat with us, break up their play a little bit, but never mind. Look at that, lovely shot. Let's just go over, see if we can grab a quick word. Don't want to put him off, but he knows I'm coming. Oh. Sweeps underneath it. I wonder if we could just have a very quick word. Is that all right? Have you been out there today?
Yeah, we played this morning on the old course.
How did you go?
We won one up, which was nice. Yeah, bit of a tricky match, but.
Who were you playing?
Two pros from down this end. So me and my partner from Sheffield and Lincoln. So yeah, so they had a bit of local knowledge on us, but yeah.
But you got the better of them. What was the course like out there today? Conditions, a bit frosty this morning, though.
Yeah, we teed off at 11 o'clock, so it was actually all right. The course is cut really tight. It's in amazing conditions, it always is. But it softened up, so it was playing fairly soft. Wind swirling around a bit, so it was tricky, but yeah.
Sort of marks the start of the golf season, doesn't it? It's a bit of a party atmosphere, do you think?
Yeah, it's just nice to be here. It's always nice to be here. I guess in the old days it did used to be the start of the season, but I think it still feels that way a little bit for people, yeah.
Right, well, best of luck tomorrow, won't you? We might be watching. Thank you for talking to us as well. So we're out this morning. You can see, actually, if you just scream down the fairway there, it looks like we've got more groups coming home as well. So we're probably not going to be able to catch any action here at 18, unfortunately. But we are, of course, live here at Sunningdale for the first day of the Sunningdale Foursomes. Just to remind you, of course, we will be back live this Friday, the semi-finals and final. Tune in, watch it all. Don't forget, there is a link in the body of this broadcast to our YouTube channel. You can watch all of the semi-finals and final live with us. It's live sport now. Type it into YouTube, hit subscribe. Right, I think we're going to break this off actually because there's not really a lot else happening. It's all out there on the course. As I said, this was just a little bit of a bonus. You can see what's happening here at Sunningdale Golf Club. It's the Sunningdale Foursomes live this Friday, semi-finals and final with us, live sport now. Make sure you hit subscribe to YouTube. It's going to be an incredible day. And also, don't forget, live tonight, 8 o'clock, it is Progress Junior Golf Podcast. Tune in from 8 o'clock. I'll be your host, Ian Waterhouse, and I'll see you again on Friday. Enjoy the show. One of his players. Oh my word!
On camera.
On camera as well. And it's in, and he's done it. And Hugo Leon is going to be the winner. Look at what it means.